Most guys think being lean is all about vanity, having abs, looking good in the mirror, maybe being a little bit more confident, getting some more attraction from women, but they couldn't be more wrong. Being lean is the gateway, the initiation, the first step for you achieving everything you want and desire in this life. It is a signal to the world that you do not live like the majority of men, the 99% that look like bowls of oatmeal and are just drifting through life without any direction or cause or purpose. It is making you the 1% of men, and that's how easy it is today to get ahead. Your presence and aura when you walk in a room will be completely different and everyone will notice it. Your self-belief and confidence to take on other tasks will increase drastically, and your face will become 10 times more attractive and carved like a weapon. Being lean is not just about aesthetics. It's about your polarity with women, your respect for men and other people in your daily interactions. It is about reaching your full potential and operating at the highest frequency possible. It's about having unwavering self-belief and achieving what you know you've always been capable of doing or what you once had when you were in high school and making it your new baseline and standards for life. Every man wants the same thing to our core. We want respect, we want status, we want to look good and feel good. There is no point being in a body and mind that is eating itself alive, not giving you positive reinforcement on a daily basis. And being lean is the signal. It is telling the world and yourself every single day when you look in the mirror and see your body that you are not only reaching your full potential, but you have standards that you live by, and everyone else should hold you to that standard, and they will. The amount of respect you will get just from being in shape and being lean without any other accomplishments is actually insane. And I've had these experiences. I remember when I first started at a company when I was working in 9 to 5, I was working in sales, and we worked from home. So I was always on Zoom meetings. So no one really ever saw what my physique looked like. But people probably had perceptions of me. They probably looked at me a certain way based on my performance at the job or how I acted on Zoom, or if I were quiet, etc. But I remember when I first went to a company meeting, a company work get-together, company party, whatever you want to call it. The difference in the way people thought I was when they met me and saw my physique in person, how lean I was, the way I carried myself, my confidence, I saw the shock on their face. And I actually had the head of the company come up to me, shake my hand. He couldn't believe that I was the person he saw on Zoom. He was like, you look like an Adonis, all of these things. This type of leverage, just by having a physique, you can already make yourself stand out if you're in your career. You can already get yourself promotions. You will literally get special treatment just for being lean. And this doesn't just go for in the workplace or from men. Women will look at you completely differently. No matter how much they say they like dad bods, they're really coping because they're insecure and they don't want their man to look better than them. But if you are lean, the difference in polarity you will have, you have to think about it like this. Women are soft by nature. They're feminine. Your hardness, sharpness, low body fat percentage is the exact opposite of their softness. And it's such a good connection. They're emotionally and physically, biologically attracted to this polarity. This magnetic connection between the soft feminine and the hard masculine is exactly what you're looking for in your relationships. And the truth is, she's just going to respect you more. She's going to know the standards you live by, how disciplined you are to get to that body fat percentage. And she's never going to want to disrespect you or the standards you live by. And this is how you really maintain a good relationship. So many guys fall off, and their physique is such an easy sign to show that they've given up. How many guys get in a relationship, they have a good physique, and they just let it go, and then the girl leaves them, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to get in the gym again, and then they end up in the exact same position. You need to make being lean your baseline. It is the standard you live by, and you will not let it fault for anything. Not a woman, not a job, not any opportunity, because you'll end up losing that opportunity or that thing you got because you gave up the leanness. Another benefit that not many people talk about when you're lean is you actually get to see your true form, who you truly are, not just in the way you look, but in terms of actually tracking progression in the gym. Because if you don't not have direction, or you're not trying to progress while you're training, working out, losing body fat, gaining muscle, whatever your goal is, you are regressing. But when you're lean, and you are at a good baseline, 10, 12% body fat, you can track how much progress you're actually making, let's say in a bulking phase, and know that you're actually making progress rather than just putting on fat. And that's why staying lean is so important, because you can go to a bulk and you can put on 20 pounds. 19 of that could be fat. If you stay lean and you put on a pound every 2 months, or maybe you put on a pound every month, you know that is muscle tissue. You know you are getting stronger in the gym, not because you're just heavier, you have more weight on your frame, but because you're actually contracting the muscle better and actually working towards your goal. And a lot of people confuse being lean with this difficult, super regimented, disciplined thing, and it will take you that to get there in the beginning. But the truth is, if you do a proper reverse diet, something we always preach on this channel, and just hold yourself to a good standard 80% of the time, you will have not only a better physique than 99% of people, you will feel completely different about your ability to change things in the real world and accomplish tasks and your potential, but you will make 10 times more progress in the gym. Your body is so much more responsive when you are low body fat. Your hormones are in a better place. You're creating more testosterone, because when you have more fat, your body actually becomes an estrogen factory. A lot of that testosterone gets converted into estrogen, and you end up making less progress in the gym, having poorer sleep and poor emotional control. And if you're not where you want to be in life, being lean is one of the easiest ways to start this cascade effect where you start accomplishing things and have more self-belief. You got to understand that getting in shape, getting to low body fat is actually a very, very simple formula, and the fact that you can do it within 3 to 6 months is actually insane, because anything else you want to accomplish, building a really successful business, whether it's making 10K or 100K a month, or building a great relationship or a family, these things take a lot longer. They're going to be much more difficult. There's going to be more complications. There's going to be more problem solving. And in reality, getting to low body fat, as long as you understand the basics and you can read the nuances that come up and that we speak about in other videos, it actually is a very simple process. It's just all about consistency and doing the mundane things over and over and over again, and being observant to notice little problems that you have to solve. But it just makes your standard for life so much higher. Being lean will help you master some very basic human functions: hunger, urges, cravings, all of these things. If it will force you to master these, because there is going to be periods where you're hungry. There is going to be periods where you want to have chocolate or whatever it is, but you know you're delaying that for your goal. And this is going to come into every situation. It's the exact same for building a business. It's the exact same for a good relationship. It's the exact same for a family, everything you want in life. You need to understand that being able to control these basic bodily functions, these cravings, hunger, sexual desires even, if you can master your own body, your own mind in terms of these things, you're going to have a much easier life. You're going to make better decisions, and you're going to be able to make progress a lot faster than coming off course because of these things. And that's what being lean is all about. I talk about this all the time. It is the standard of baseline you hold yourself to. And I see this all the time with people I work with. They finally reach this body composition they've been dreaming about and never have been able to achieve, that they realize it's not the finish line. It's actually the first step. Once you get lean, everything else in your life changes. And it sounds like a miracle. It sounds too good to be true, but it has nothing to do with the body. It has everything to do with how you view yourself and what you're able to now accomplish. Being lean is just the gateway. It is the initiation. It is the first step. It is the cascade effect that makes everything start to fall in place, as long as you're willing to take action on those things the same way you did with getting to your goal of being lean. Unfortunately, most men will never actually reach this, and that's why 99% of guys are out of shape. They don't even stay in the fire long enough. They're not willing to go through the mild discomfort that it takes to get to low body fat to start this cascade effect in your life. But if you're part of the 1%, and you don't want to be like the average Joe, and you want to make this decision and actually stick to it and see progress and reach your full potential, or the potential you had already reached back when you were in high school, book a call with me down below. We'll talk about where you're currently at, how we can get you to that goal, and what problems we need to overcome, and we'll do it together.